Today is a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day, and I'll tell you why. Because it's Sweden Day. Easy Swedish. Typical Swedish. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Hej och välkomna till första avsnittet av Easy Swedish. Jag heter Olof och idag ska vi gå runt i Malmö och fråga folk vad som är typiskt svenskt.
It's a weird question to ask. What is typical Swedish? Does he mean what's a typical Swede? What are Swedish people like? I don't know.
Hej, vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Fika är ju typiskt svenskt.
Fika.
Vad?
Okay, that's a stereotypical Swedish thing, I guess. Yeah.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Lagom.
Lagom? Ja, det blir svårt att förklara tror jag. Om du kan förklara det på något sätt.
Inte för mycket och inte för lite.
Vad är typiskt svenskt?
Det är ju, jag tror det är köttbullar, potatis.
Glenn från Göteborg.
Mm.
Så vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Köttbullar.
Köttbullar.
Meatballs seems to be synonymous with Sweden, according to Swedish people. To be fair, yeah, we do think about meatballs. I was trying to think just then, but yeah, we do. We think about meatballs when we think about Sweden. We think about your balls. Bit weird, but yeah, we do. When it comes to food, for sure.
Gillar du köttbullar?
Ja, jag tycker det om.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Lite landet lagom, ja. Ibland man är inga raka svar.
Lagom.
Landet lagom.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Det behöver visa legitimation, vad man än ska.
På klubbar och, eller i allmänhet, för att köpa energidryck?
Ja, till allt. Köpa trisslott.
Is that true? That's something new that I haven't learned before. She said, what is typical Swedish? Typical Swedish is showing your ID card when you buy a lottery ticket. Showing your ID card when you're buying a lottery ticket. Why do you need to show your ID card for that? It's a bit weird. It's a bit strange. Why do they need to know your identity when you purchase a lottery ticket? Is it just in case you win and they need to, you know, come knocking on your door for their cut? Like, why do they need to know that? Bit surveillance-y that, don't you think? Interesting. So I need to make sure I have my passport with me at all times when I'm in Sweden so that they know who I am, my identification.
Vad är typiskt svenskt?
Inte kunna ge ett bra svar på en fråga. Velig.
Vad tycker du? Typiskt svenskt?
Velig är väl bra. Ja. Lagom. Det är väldigt svenskt.
Vad är typiskt svenskt?
Lagom.
Den har vi fått många gånger. Om du kan beskriva lagom.
Everyone's saying lagom. Not too much, not too little. But that guy said indecisiveness. It's not good for me. I'm very indecisive. Like a lot of it. Every time I hear something about Swedish people, I'm like, fuck it. I don't know, in a past life, did I live in Sweden? Because it sounds very much like me. I can never make a decision. I don't like to be too, like, in your face. I just kind of like, I mean, here it seems like I'm in your face because I'm on YouTube and I'm speaking to you guys. But in real life, I'm pretty reserved, quiet-ish, chilled. I'm a chilled guy. So, like, I would do well in Sweden, I think.
Vad är det?
Inte för mycket och inte för lite.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Jag vet inte. Midsommar.
Midsommar. Tack så mycket. Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Kanske att äta sill och ta nubbe på midsommar.
Midsommar i allmänhet, eller?
Ja, det tycker jag är väldigt svenskt. Det regnar mycket.
Mycket regn?
Ja, precis.
I mean, it rains a lot in Europe in general. England, I don't know, Sweden. I think we're more known for rain than you are. Yeah. London, yeah. Not London, yeah, England. I feel like England's known for rain as an island.
De senaste åren.
Fast idag är det fint.
Ja, idag är det fint.
Men det är därför vi valde att filma idag. Men det är...
Annars ju blåsigt. Om ni var ute igår var ju inte precis som passade dag.
Nej, precis. Så att en regnig midsommar är alltså typiskt svenskt.
Ja, de senaste 20 åren kanske.
För er som inte vet så har det alltid regnat på midsommar i Sverige.
Inte alltid.
Inte alltid, men nästan alltid.
Ja, köttbullar med potatismos, brunsås, lingonsylt.
På Ikea.
It's funny because that answer is like a similar answer to like what a Brit would say. What's typical British? They'll be like roast dinner, gravy, potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, roast beef, or roast chicken, or whatever you want. That is an answer a Brit would give you, 1,000%.
Ikea också.
På Ikea, ja precis.
Då är det 2 svenska saker i ett.
Och ett glas O'boy till det också.
Jag tycker det är typiskt svenskt att vara rädd för nya saker, missunnsam, misstänksam mot främlingar, etc.
Wow, suspicious of new things, envious, and not willing to speak to strangers. Is that true? And I didn't know that you were envious. You said envious. That's the first time I've heard envious said by a Swede. So you covet other people and what other people have. But that's not very lagom, is it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. That was interesting. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below.
Väldigt klassiska med köttbullar och gatukök och Sibylla-grill. Man tänker hipp hipp.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
What did you say?
Kök och Sibylla-grill.
Yes, that would be the classic with me, brothers.
Man tänker hipp hipp.
If you think of hip hip. Oh, hip hip is Swedish comedy show. There's a Swedish comedy show called Hip Hip. Hip Hip. Maybe I need to check out Hip Hip. I've never heard of that before. Okay.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Svenskt. Att inte våga hälsa på varandra när man går förbi.
Vad är...
Being too timid to greet each other, or too shy, or too... Yeah, you're not used to speaking to strangers. I understand that. I completely get that.
Typiskt svenskt.
Jag tänker Ikea först.
I love that. What's typical svensk? And she's not able to speak. That was like the perfect edit. That is typical Swedish.
Jag tänker Ikea först bara som kommer upp.
Min spontana var bara köttbullar så det är egentligen.
Meatballs.
Jag kan inte formulera det, men att det inte...
That's typical Swedish.
Man får inte lyckas för mycket.
Lagom.
Lagom, exakt.
Jantelagen.
Ja.
Men man vågar inte.
You're not allowed to succeed too much. And the other guy said envious. So do you, because lagom is very clearly, deeply embedded into your society. If there is a person who succeeds and does very, very, very well in society, is that almost like embarrassing? Like if you're someone that like really succeeds and does really, really well, and I don't know, financially, you make a lot of money, you're not allowed to show that you've made a lot of money because it's almost embarrassing to do that in society. Is that what lagom is? It's like not too, you can't show too much. Even if you do well, you know, don't show that you've done well. You need to be understated. That's quite British as well, to be honest. Maybe not in London, because London strays away from being completely British in the way that they are. You can be a bit more flashy and flash the cash in London, a little bit more, but it's still looked down upon in British society if you are someone who's arrogant and it's like, look how much money I've made, look at what I wear, look what I drive, and we don't like that in Britain. So we do have that in common, maybe not as embedded as lagom like you guys in your society, but that's a similarity of Britain as well. We do not like people that show off and are arrogant and think they're better than anyone else because they have more or they're financially more successful, or yeah. So I get it. To be honest, it's not too dissimilar to Britain, to be honest.
Det kanske går innanför någon annans comfort zone.
Jag skulle svara som en australiensare som jag hörde på flyget häromdagen. Han sa självgodhet var det svenskaste han visste.
Köttbullar.
What does he mean by that? The complacency is the most Swedish thing ever. You guys are complacent.
potatismos, sill, strömming, kaviar, knäckebröd.
Mycket gott.
Jag tänker på svenska, så tänker jag på svenska. Jag älskar att prata om svenska.
Really?
Vi är självgoda menar du?
Ja, men ganska.
You guys like to speak about... Is that why you like my channel? Is that why you like my channel? He said, Swedes love to talk about Swedes. Swedes love to talk about Swedish stuff. I love to talk about Swedish stuff. So is that why you like this channel? Well, clearly it is. But, like, that's interesting he said that. I would agree, because you guys watch me, so, and I'm learning about Sweden. So that clearly interests you as well. So, yeah. I agree.
Vad skulle du säga är typiskt svenskt?
Ja, kanske lite jantelagen sådär.
Jantelagen, the law of Jante, is the idea that there is a pattern of group behavior towards individuals within Scandinavian communities that negatively portrays and criticizes individual success and achievement as unworthy and inappropriate. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Jantelagen. So Jantelagen is how to describe, like, basically not like people that show off and people that think that it's not even like they're doing better, but if they seem they're doing better, it's like looked down upon, like, you know, we're all the same kind of thing, a group mentality. Interesting. That's called Jantelagen. Okay. Which is different from lagom. But I guess they work hand in hand, right? To form a Swede. Those are two rules. Lagom and Jantelagen. They both are like Swedish kind of cultures mixed into one. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, okay. Jantelagen. I'll remember that.
Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Det är väl att fika.
Här har vi en typisk fika. Vad tycker du är typiskt svenskt?
Ja, men jag får väl hålla med. Fika är något som vi sysslar med väldigt ofta.
Och om ni ska beskriva fika för någon som aldrig varit i Sverige, vad skulle ni säga?
Ett möte mellan 2 eller fler över en kopp kaffe.
Man kan ta en ensam fika också. En stund när man pausar för att ha det lite härligt och gött.
Vad måste finnas på...
See, I like fika. I cannot wait to sit down with a Swede. I don't know which Swedish person it's going to be. It might be one of you guys. I'm going to make a Swedish friend. That's my goal before I leave Sweden, is to make a Swedish friend. And I can't wait to sit down for a fika and just have a chat. That is so me. That is so me. Like, I just thought about it just then. That is so me. I am like, I don't like to be in big groups of people. I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit, I think a little bit of social anxiety. No, okay, maybe more than a little. I have social anxiety, and I like smaller groups of people, maybe groups of 2, 3, 4 maximum, but I don't like big groups of people because I can't follow all the conversations and it just stresses me out and I get overstimulated. But fika sounds perfect for me. I'm very good one-on-one with people, and I think that's why I'm pretty good at speaking to you guys, because although there's thousands of you, technically it's probably only one person right now that I'm speaking to. So we're one-on-one right now. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So fika for me, well, I'd love fika, and I love coffee. In fact, me and my partner, we go and have a coffee or a fika all the time. Sit down, have a chat, have a cup of coffee. We do that all the time. So like, yeah, damn. I feel like I don't know. It's so I find Sweden strangely familiar to me. Like strange. I feel like I always say, like in a past life I was a Swede or I lived in Sweden, because there's a lot of things that you guys like to do, or a lot of ways that you are, the way you are, I feel like I'm very similar to, just in temperament. So I'm just like, Yeah, or maybe that's because I'm British. But then the part of me that's kind of got social anxiety and only likes to have like one-on-one conversations in small groups isn't technically British, but it's kind of Swedish. I don't know, guys. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm just waffling on, but I just feel like I'm going to enjoy going to Sweden. And I will be going to Sweden. I'm going to Sweden next year, and it's getting so close. I'm so excited. Next year is the plan. 1,000%, 100%. Next year it is happening. 2025, I will be in Sweden. I will be in Finland. I will be in Germany. I will be in Norway, and I might even be in Iceland as well. I don't know yet. I'm thinking of learning about Iceland as well because I need to complete the Nordic nations. I need to. And maybe even the Faroe Islands as well, seeing as it's so close to the UK. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to Sweden because don't tell the others. I really have a soft spot for Sweden, but I love the others as well. So cannot wait to visit, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. Anyways, back to the video.
På bordet.
Kaffe.
Kaffe.
Ofta svart.
Finns det kaffe så är det en fika, men helst något sött också.
Typ kanelbulle.
Typ en kanelbulle.
Tack så jättemycket.
Can't wait to taste like cinnamon buns and like fika. I'm gonna love that. That was really interesting. Very, very, very interesting because I got to learn about how a lot of Swedes see Swedes, or like how you see yourself. And there were a few things in there that I've never heard of before. Like someone said, what did he say? There was a guy. This one. You're not allowed to succeed. No, this girl. Not allowed to succeed too much. Like, you're not allowed to succeed. The way she put that, I was like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, this guy here, and he said...
Självgodhet var det svenskaste han visste.
Complacency. Complacency, I never heard of that before. There's just a lot that I was just like, oh, there's a few things I was just like, oh, I've not heard these things about Swedes before, and they're saying that's how they're portrayed. And suspicion and not wanting to let people in and kind of judging others that show too much or show off. Interesting. I can't wait to go to Sweden because I don't know what the interaction is going to be like. I feel like it's going to be a nice interaction. I've only ever met one Swedish person ever in my life. That's crazy, right? Only one, and it was a very pleasant interaction. He was really lovely. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are nice as well. Guys, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.